Hello guys! Welcome to Dolls, Doodles and Delight. Since Father's Day is coming next month, I chose a book which shows a beautiful bond between Grandpa and his granddaughter. Let's read! This book is called Always With You. Story by Eric Walters. Art by Carly Liu. Always With You. Emily woke. On her night table, a letter was propped against her grandfather's picture. Her name was printed in pencil crayon the way only Grandpa did it, with each letter a different color. He was always so kind and funny and silly, and now he was gone. Carefully, she picked up the envelope and opened it. Dear Emily, I knew how hard this morning would be for you. I asked your mother to place this letter beside your bed. I love you so much and I didn't want to go, but there are some things in life that we just can't control. I'm not there to dry your tears, but I want you to know that I'm still always with you. Love, Grandpa. Winter turned to spring, and the flowers in Grandpa's garden plot began to bloom. He used to nurture and care for those flowers the way he did for everyone around him. He was never far from Emily's thoughts, which made her happy and sad. Spring turned to summer, and one day an envelope came in the mail. It held 2 season passes for the amusement park, where she and Grandpa had gone so often, including was a small note. Dear Emily, Wonderland was one of our favorite places each year from now on. You will receive 2 season passes, one for you and one for a friend. I want you to go and enjoy the rides the way we did. The best way to remember someone is to remember the fun you shared together. I won't be there in the seat beside you, so you'll have to scream twice as loud. And remember, I'm always with you. Love, Grandpa. When she rode the first roller coaster that year, she remembered that Grandpa always screamed louder than anybody. Heading down the first drop, she screamed so loud that she knew he could hear her. Time passed, and that young girl started high school. Emily sat in the cafeteria on her first day. Noise all around, surrounded by hundreds and hundreds of kids that she didn't know. She opened her lunch, and there, beside the sandwich, was a small parcel with her name on it. Her mother must have slipped it in. Inside the parcel were a letter and gold pen. Dear Emily, the first day of high school can be overwhelming. Just remember, all the strangers are friends you haven't met yet. Sitting at the other tables are people who are feeling the same way you are. And some of them are going to become your best friends for life. And even the girl with green hair. Wait, you don't have green hair, do you? If you do, I'm sure it looks wonderful. I want you to take this pen and make your mark on the world. Write your thoughts and hopes and your dreams. By writing them, you can help them all come true. Love, Grandpa. Emily held the pen and smiled, and the girl with green hair 2 tables over smiled back at her. Time passed, and that high schooler was about to graduate university. Emily tripped slightly as she climbed the steps, recovered, and then walked across the stage to accept her degree. When she left the stage, her mother and father hugged her. You know how proud we are all of you and all of us. Her mother said, Her father handed her a small parcel. Emily had seen her parents in the audience and felt her grandpa in her heart. She knew he had been there watching over her, making sure she didn't fall on the stairs. She opened the parcel. It was a silver bracelet. She removed it from the box, and her mother helped her put it on her wrist. Your grandfather asked us to give it to you today. He had inscribed. Emily had the inscription. She knew it was in her heart what she saw in her eyes. Time passed, and that university graduate was about to get married. Emily took a deep breath and listened to the organ music. It was almost time for her mother and father to walk her down to the aisle. Through the doors were all the people in the world who were important to her, including her husband-to-be. Emily's father handed her a small parcel that she had suggested that be coming. Inside was her grandfather's pocket watch. Dear Emily, my wedding day was the beginning of a wonderful journey. Your grandmother and I danced until 3 in the morning, and I kept dancing together the rest of our days. I expect no less from you. Remember to love and cherish each other above all else. I'll be there with you, watching you walk down the aisle. Always with you, with love and congratulations, Grandpa. Time passed, and that bride became a mother. Here, Emily's mother said, for you and your newborn son. Emily recognized the printing on the parcel. The letters had faded with time, but the love hadn't. She opened it to reveal a card with silver rattle. Dear Emily, my baby's baby has had a baby. I always wanted to be a great grandfather. Hug tight, share your love, and treasure your moments, because someday that little baby is going to grow up and become a grandparent too. Remember, I'm always with you. Love, Great Grandpa. Emily picked up the rattle and gently shook it. Her brand new son seemed to turn ever so slightly toward the sound. She felt tears of joy from her eyes. I know we haven't decided on a name, Emily said to her husband, but I was just wondering if. He smiled. If our son could be named after your grandfather. He was like her grandpa in so many ways. He always knew what she was thinking. She nodded. I can't think of a better name, she said. Emily looked into her baby's eyes and felt her grandfather's endless love pouring through her into this new little person. Then she said the only thing on her mind. Remember, darling, I'll always be with you.